Alright, so this one here we have a quadratic we're going to solve, and since we've now introduced imaginary numbers, we're going to probably have imaginary solutions to this. All that means is that it does not cross the x-axis at all, so our solutions are just going to be the plus or minus versions of the same thing. So first thing we can do is get rid of this 5, because 5 and 20 are multiples. Well, 20 is a multiple of 5, so we can go ahead and just divide everything by 5. So 5y divided by 5y squared divided by 5, it's going to get us y squared. 20 divided by 5 is 4, equal to 0. Divided by 5 is still 0. So now we need to get, this is similar to the arch problem we did. We can go ahead and just subtract 4 from both sides. But at this point we are going to get a negative, which means we're going to have to square root a negative. So y squared equal to negative 4. And we're going to square root, remember, plus or minus. And that's going to get rid of our square. So we're left with y equal to plus or minus the square root of negative 4. So now, again, we can pull out the I, right? And the square root of 4 is 2. So this is just going to be plus or minus 2i. So that means our solutions are positive 2i and negative 2i. But if we were to graph this, this would not cross the x-axis at all. So that's what this is telling us in our solution. So complex numbers, again, take real numbers and imaginary numbers and put them together. That's why they're complex. They have parts that are both. So 5 plus 2i there is an example of a complex number. And then the 1 minus 3i equal to 1 plus negative 3i. Yeah, anyway. They're all the same idea. So a and b are real numbers. I is the imaginary unit. A, the part that does not have I with it, is the real part. B, the number in front of I, is called the imaginary part. So this one here, we want to find values for x and y to make this equation to be true. So all that means is we're going to take our two parts and break them apart. So the real part, that's the 2x, and it has to be equal to negative 14. And the imaginary part is going to be y equal to negative 3. And that's it for that one. That one's easy. The other one, all we got to do is divide by 2. And we got x equal to negative 7. And there we go. Now this one wants us to simplify this. All that means is we're going to combine the real parts and combine the imaginary parts. You can't, it's just like combining x or 2x plus 1 minus x. You can combine the 2x and the x, but you can't combine the 1 with any parts of that. So we're going to combine the real parts together and the imaginary parts together. So the real here, imaginary here. So real, imaginary. So it's going to be 3 plus 2 plus 5i minus 4i. So combining these together, 3 plus 2 is, of course, 5. Let's do this in purple. And 5i minus 4i is just going to leave us with one single I. So 5 plus I is this simplified. So now we got one for you to try.